Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Sunday dinner. I am your host, Big Rand, along with the future, off to my right. My man Josh Boogie's in the house tonight.
Yo.
And you know we always sitting with D Love.
What's up, y'all?
AKA D Nice. Welcome to the platform, people. Welcome to the platform. So I know this is a little different tonight. I know we did a story about NILs, but I want to just elaborate because what's happening now is that this stuff has started to make millions. The colleges can't really get involved right now. Parents really can't stop their children from having NILs, but every child who has an NIL can't control it. We talking a multi-million-dollar fast just off media alone. So let's open up the table. And it's going to be a strong night tonight because we full house. You can hear it in the background. Lord have mercy. But now let's go. Let's eat. You want to begin, D?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
All right. So based off, the topic tonight, NIL, right?
Mm-hmm.
In other words, our other, person on the top of the, Josh was saying, in other words, like a promotion, right?
Right.
And now me digging more deep into it, I guess in a way I've seen a lot of people on Instagram doing a lot of NILs,
yeah.
It's because I seen certain people I follow on Instagram wear certain football jerseys and things like that. So now me hearing about it more, now I see this is what this is. And like you said, a lot of people make a lot of money off of this. And it could be I won't say a lifestyle, but like a side hustle in a way.
Well, here's the thing: you don't have to retire from an NIL.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a lucrative contract depending on anywhere from watches to soda to beer to underwears to jerseys showing up in the nightclub. I think it's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great because a lot of college students or a lot of college athletes. It was really designed for the college athlete. It was a way for a college athlete to earn money at a collegiate level because some of them probably couldn't. The NCAA, and I know we're going to get into that too. A lot of people don't know about the NCAA rulings when it comes to young athletes. You're not allowed to make certain money, a certain amount of money with the school logo or anything like that. So let's just understand, with your NIL, you can represent anything but the school logo. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So it's a plus because here's the thing: you don't have to be a 5-star recruiter to have an NIL.
Wait, but you mentioned something about contracts. How does that work? Because this is honestly, we did probably have a conversation. Mm-hmm. Like you said, we did. I just don't remember.
It's okay.
So how do the contracts work? The people go to the company, or the company reaches out to them?
The way I believe it works like this: if you have a certain amount of views, certain amount of plays, I want to believe it goes that way. And most of the time, you have people who are already sponsoring these people. Mm-hmm. So you may have a person who already has an Instagram page, who's in college, who might be sitting on the bench of a basketball team, but he constantly drinks Pepsi. Yeah. So every time he does an Instagram, people start to follow him, start to like him. Maybe he does other content, and the Pepsi's in it. It's just like every time we up here, Shaw always comes up with something else. Yeah. The other day we shot with the video, he used the Snapple. Or the other day when we was doing it, remember one time you used the Pepsi, I used water. Yeah. It's all various things. And I guess it's whoever decides to say, hey, you know what? I take interest in this kid. I'm going to show. To me, I think it's, like I said, it's a plus. Now, my thing is, are they able to make the money? Are they able to use it to pay their tuition? That's the part I'm thinking is the next level. Go ahead.
Do you know how much do you get off these NILs?
Like I said, that depends. Cause all right, so I've learned a whole lot by watching Primetime. I watched Deion Sanders and his children. So he has his son. One of his sons is a quarterback. he has a contract with a lucrative watch company. So everybody thinks that every time he goes out, he's buying new watches, but they're actually giving him watches for display. So he's like their walking model. Mm-hmm. And for each watch, I think he gets a monthly salary, I think of $25,000 a month, just to sport. Yeah. But it's good. See, the thing why I like it, at first I said to myself, man, they only using it for college students, but it's not true. Anybody could get an NIL if you got the following, if you got the backing. It's just like people who do YouTube. They are NILs, but they might be NILs for their show. It might not be just that individual. It's just like how we sit here and we try to get sponsors for our YouTube shows and things like that. Mm-hmm. People do the same thing for themselves. I think it's a lucrative thing. My question is, what happens if it hits the high school level? Because I'm pretty sure it's already there.
I feel like if it's the high school level, I feel like it's going to be another competition stage because, like, again, a lot of teenagers or young adults are going to be like, dang, this kid wear watches, I could wear chains and shoes and probably make more money than him. So I think it'll be a competition because everyone's going to look for something to start off doing this NIL thing and seeing how they can boost themselves up.
I think that the competition is already there. I think the biggest competition is going to be in the home.
Yeah.
I think when parents realize that your child is capable of making a 5-year salary in 10 minutes, it might knock you off your feet as a parent. You might lose your confidence. You know, most parents might not like that. You know, some of these Instagram models, you know, they're NILs. That goes for men and women and the children. You know, so you got to look at it as if you think we're dealing with something good or we're dealing with something stable. It's another income. It's almost like when they brung out Uber. Yeah, and people were able to deliver the Uber to come to your door, the Uber, then the lifts, and when they were able to deliver the food, and it's sort of like that. Everybody didn't get rich, but the people who are definitely own the app are definitely caking off.
So who created NIL?
That's a good one.
That is a good question.
That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't think anyone can invent name, likeness, and image. I think it's just one of those things when, as a college student, and I keep going back to the college students because this is where it's known from, but I just think as a college student, you had college kids who were helping these schools make 6 figures. You know, your name, your jersey selling. I mean, you got all of that. And the kid is not getting... So here's what I'm saying. Imagine if you're a child. Let's use St. John's University. You go to St. John's University, you become, by the second year of St. John's, you become a All-American. All-American is a person who the sports writers and people choose to say, hey, he's the outstanding athlete for this school at this particular time. Let's just say it that. And with the NIL, he becomes a whole separate person now because now he doesn't really have to deal with the school in certain areas, but he just can't use the school logo in none of his activities. So my thing is, and I know your original question, as I'm talking, I'm asking myself questions too. So the way I think it's formed is that you have a person who just gets a certain amount of following. I think anybody who can get up to 10,000 followers, basically every time he drops a picture, that's your name, your image, and your likeness.
So, question, because correct me if I'm wrong. You said, like, let's say if I'm a All-American student or just a regular college student, student in college, like, I can't use my school logo as my NIL, right?
Right.
But like, how come?
Conflict of interest. First of all, and this is the way I believe it. I'm going to look it up, but I'm going to tell my version first. The way I believe it is because most of the kids who are athletes, they have scholarships. And I don't believe the school wants to be able to say, well, you making money using our logo, but we're not getting any of it. It's just like if the school's selling your jersey, but as a student, you can't have none of the money that they using to selling your jersey. So I guess it's a catch-22. Because my thing is, if I'm able to NIL at that level, does that mean I lose my scholarship? Because as I'm making a certain amount of money, do I got to pay for my school now?
True.
So you have to look at it. You have to look at it in both ways.
Yeah, because the way I looked at it is like, okay, if I'm a college student, let's say a D1, and I have an NIL or whatever, like, I could help my school do like fundraisers, things like that. That's how I looked at it, like, But now you saying that, then the way you said it now makes sense. Now it does. Okay.
So my only thing is what happens when the athlete is participating, and people start taking pictures, and they go online, and those pictures start making. He's not allowed to, I guess, to address anything in the college attire. That's a hard one. That's the one I haven't figured out to the highest degree yet.
I feel like, if you're not like a scenario, like if you're a college student and you're in NIL and like as soon as like that happen, like about the whole picture thing, I feel like the people like in his college, he or she college, it don't have to be necessarily a male, it could be a female as well.
It could be a female as well.
And whether him or her's college, I feel like other people in that facility of that college will get clout over them because they're in the same college. And it's like, now it goes to competition, because if I'm a person in a college with another person who has an NIL and we're taking pictures and I blow up or based on that one picture, now what if I could get an NIL and now we're in competition with each other? So it makes sense now. But that is crazy.
But here's the thing. Should a normal person be able to have an NIL too? Because your next door neighbor could be just as famous on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm saying, I believe. I feel like anybody, like even a regular person, because like there's some regular people, and I don't even know what a regular person is, but there's a person who's probably not at your level yet, I'll say, who probably does certain things better than you. That could probably blow them up 10 times way more than you, or double your numbers that you got on your followers, your viewers, or whatever the case may be. So I definitely think a regular person.
What does it take?
Sit there.
I mean, this is you guys' generation. This is what you guys live off of. I'm not gonna say YouTube, because I think my generation kind of lives off of that too. But I think the NILs are made for people. I want to say that you strive most under 25, because the life is more active. I want to say that. I could be wrong. You're talking millions. Think about every time you put a picture out. Do you have Instagram? And you have your Facebook. So imagine if you put out a picture, right? Took a picture. Somebody say, hey, I like it. And you get 10,000 views. 10,000 views. First thing you would say was, yo, look, I got 10,000 views and it's climbing. You're already excited you got 10,000 views. Now, mind you, with that, the platform that you put it on says, okay, we're going to start cutting you a check. Right? Now, they start cutting you a check. People see you start making money. Now you got sponsors. Now you got people who say, listen, if you sign with me and you show my product on your page, now because now you got 10,000 followers.
Right.
Who would not? And I think, the person who I saw that coming with was Lil Bootsy. Yeah. Lil Bootsy used to have dozens and dozens of Instagram pages. And I think he was originally, for those guys who go live, who talk to their own, I think those are the original NIL people. They just didn't know how to get paid doing it. But I guess when a person figured out how that they can get paid and do the advertisement, come on, that's walking advertisement.
No, this sound like this guy I follow on Instagram and watch. Like, he's YouTube. His name is Draco. But this guy Draco, he's a dog breeder. And it's like he has like different dog breeds. Like, it's mostly American Bullies he breeds. But what I'm trying to say is that he has his own merchandise, stuff like that he was paying different employees to wear. And like he'll cut them a check off right now. So now it's like, wow. So like the checks, and one of his interviews on YouTube, he was cutting his employees like $2,000 a piece or to start off, but then over 3 to 4 months it raised to $15,000 every month. So it's like, imagine like you guys saying, just wearing anybody clothing, just for doing that, you make a lot of money. So now NIL is like something that I feel like now a lot of people not a lot of people, but the people who stream the time.
No, a lot of people. It's okay. A lot of people are into that.
I feel like a lot of people sit there and now catch interest with it, and then now it's gonna be a matter where it's gonna be like, dang, how do I start this? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? And now I feel like it might be a drag out, but I feel like they might even have a college for that, like just like to learn
how to do your name. Listen, there might be more than that out there now that we just don't know about. Remember, we just getting to the second part of maybe a 7-part series on this thing. Mm-hmm. This is $1 billion industry, and it's I can't even describe how much money right now is basically on the table for people to take that haven't even been taken yet. You got to think about the people that you see on your Facebook and on your Instagram pages, on your YouTube pages, are the people that you follow. Forget about the people who might be doing it on a bigger, larger scale. These are only people that we follow. You know what I'm saying? That we like what they're doing and where they're going and the cars they're driving or how they do their videos or the way they work in there, you know. And the biggest things right now are people who, like he said, are the people with the dogs.
Yeah.
You know, like my boy Rockstar who does the voiceovers. You know, his NIL is crazy. And he just started showing his face. So you have to look at it, man. I think what made me pay attention to this and why I always go in and out of it every other month or so is because Terrence made me follow this. Gorilla 2K, a.k.a. Gorilla 2K. Shout out to him. He made me follow. He said, "Your dad, I think you need to look into this NIL." And I'm like, NIL? What is that? He's like, it's a name, image, and likeness. And these children, he said, "Dad, these kids are getting paid off of this." I had to look. First person I've really seen getting money off it that I've seen was, like I said, the Prime family, Deion Sanders and his children. I mean, these two guys, it's like they have rock stars before. They don't even need the NFL money.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like you got children who are in these colleges who might not be the best player on the team, but their NIL might make them the richest student athlete in the school.
Yeah. That's not like these. I could be saying their name wrong, but you probably know them. They're two female college basketball twins. I think one name is Hannah. Mm-hmm. So I forgot her name, but they're really famous on TikTok, stuff like that, and like we watch their games or like their live stuff like that. Like they got sponsored one time by Under Armour. So I guess is that like a form of NIL as well? Yeah. Okay.
And there's no disclose. It is no. You see, the whole thing is that you don't have to negotiate with nobody but yourself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you got to pay taxes on the money because I'm pretty sure as a lucrative contract, the company has to follow their tax write-offs and things like that. But you're talking about maybe $1 million, and maybe after you do your taxes and everything, so maybe you're talking about maybe $600 for the year. Damn. $600,000 for the year. That's more you would earn in a lifetime working.
That's definitely true. Definitely true. Even with taxes.
And these kids are able to bring that home. You ever come home and tell me you got an NIL? Yeah, I'm retired. I'm trying. Because it doesn't take much. All you have to do is have I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it doesn't take much. Because it does take a lot of time. It does take it takes time. You have to plan. You have to put it together. You have to strategize. NIL is not easy. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely the future. It's definitely a lot of student athletes are going to have one of those, man. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. You got, if these kids can do what they do with these TikTok, I think this NIL is it hasn't reached its potential yet.
Do you think, like in the future, like you know how you got a platform like TikTok and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. Do you think there'd be like a I don't want to say streaming, but like a platform for NIL, like somebody would create it?
Yeah.
How would that work though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it's like for fans only. You got that fans only page. You know, nobody would think that would. You know, I think the NIL, if NIL came out with an official page, and you had people that were on it. Yeah, I think that might you might be onto something there. Yeah, you know, NIL get its own Facebook like page, and you have names, you have image and likeness, and you never know. That shit, see, you just might have started something. Somebody might have. Now somebody gonna come up with that idea. Yeah. If you come up with an NIL app or something, I'm pretty sure somebody's working on it. It's a lot of money. It's money that's left on the table that nobody can touch but you. And that's how I look at it. I mean, if you make yourself available or you make yourself warranted to say, hey, this is what the people are looking for, come on, man. Your NIL can reach millions and millions and millions of dollars.
That'd be dope.
Millions and millions and millions of dollars. Before, a person had to have 5 or 6 pages in order to get to that level. Now it's just one page. Either person got an Instagram and they just run that, Facebook and they just run that, TikTok and they just run that. It ain't people with 3 or 4 or 5 pages anymore. You know, you got to get it. You got to get as many people on your one page to like your stuff. So I realize a lot of people are. It's too much images all over the place. So now if you bring everybody your own image back into one place, I mean, and it seems like to be Instagram is the money maker. Think about if everybody come to Instagram now. Everybody looking at you. You only got an Instagram account.
Yeah.
That's why I try to tell people about the why I don't have 1,000. So why would I want everybody to look for me all over the place when I got 2 spots? I got a Facebook and a YouTube. That's where you find me. Either you're gonna fill me up on the Facebook, or you gonna fill me up, and that didn't sound right, but you know, or you're gonna come and subscribe on the YouTube. So that was my purpose. I was thinking like that already to cut the corner of the views, but then when they came out with the NIL, I thinking maybe I was on the right track. I just didn't know how to advertise or promote myself better than I should. But I'm gonna learn. I'm definitely gonna learn.
I don't know something about. I feel like. I feel like our podcast could do like an NIL. Like,
I think we can.
Yeah.
I think we can. I think if everybody put their mind to it, I think we can.
Not after the podcast. I'm gonna look it up how to start. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. Because it's a lot of money. Do you know how much money we can make just sitting like this every Sunday?
You're right, yeah.
Just sitting like this every Sunday. All we got to do is make sure we constantly talk about what everybody wants to hear. It's the same thing. Excuse me, I got a cold. It's just like you sitting all around the table, and next people be like, yo, okay, so they got a YouTube channel. And see, here's the thing. I always thought in order for you to have a better podcast, you had to have a camera view. It has nothing to do with the camera view. The topic is what it is. If the person wants to follow you, they're going to follow you because of who you are. Because of the topics you talk about, the things you talk about. Listen, I got children. Do you know how many children I would like to have the name, image, and likeness? I'm thinking about trying to get my 8-year-old one. Then again, it's too much money.
Yeah.
It's too much money for the average Joe to say I can't find a job. It's too much money. You flip this laptop open, the world just opened up to you. It's a matter of what you want to take from the world to bring to you. NILs are brilliant. Brilliant. Look at LeBron. Look at Bronny James. Damn. Look at that.
Oh, he has one?
Yes. Before he even signed the contract, that kid is probably worth, if you look him up, he's probably worth maybe $3-4 million. Do you know what I'm saying? Just for people like you. And you got to think about it. It's not the older people, it's the younger generation. So they discovered a way to eat by sitting, because people tell you, you can't make money sitting on the couch. That's not true no more.
That's definitely not true.
That's not true no more. That's why I stopped telling people, yo, go look for a job. No, I stopped that. Looking for a job don't mean that you got to physically walk the pavement. If I tell you go look, flip open a laptop, find something, because you can eat. You make more money sitting at home than you would getting up 9 to 5 going to work. And I hate to say it, but I have to look at the way the world is juggling right now.
That's true.
People are inventing video games. They're inventing new seats.
Yeah, especially the video.
You know, yes, new mics. They're inventing everything to make anybody say, "Listen, we need to try that." So now we need to come up with an NIL for the TRT. So hey, listen, I'm all for it.
That definitely go good.
All we gotta do is boot the Lego. Put the logo out there. People follow the logo. They don't gotta follow us. Follow the logo. We behind the logo. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. I look at it as saying, you know what? If we all can get an NIL, we don't all the 5-10 people don't need an NIL, but if we all concentrate on the TRT, not saying because it's mine, I'm saying because this is our platform. We all concentrate and had everybody build our NIL around the TRT. Everybody gets to eat off of that. Because they're not asking for Dejo or Randy or Josh. They're asking for the logo. Can you bring the logo and show up because people know your logo? That's your NIL. So if you go out, if we're capable of going out there and doing that, think about it.
Yeah, anything could be an NIL.
Think about how we could live sitting here doing what we like to do every day. Light yours, sit back, and have a conversation about the next thing in the world.
That's great.
That do sound good.
Yeah.
See? It's and you know who's been, and like I'd say, like I tell people, Gorilla 2K always shout out to Mr. Irrelevant. Gorilla 2K has always been shouting this out all over. If we all get behind one logo and move as one, think about the brand that you can build. Once you build one brand, you can build another. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the people that they're looking at; it's the logo, it's the brand. The NIL is in the person on the horse with the TRT underneath it, and from there you can get to the Gorilla 2Ks, the Mr. Relevant, the Futures, everything you can do under that onwards. Oh, they're asking this logo to come, not knowing what comes with the logo. Everybody's behind the logo. So now when you send out that $500,000 check, it's not the logo feeds everybody else. That's a check everybody can eat off because now it's like, oh, we got a logo. So that to me, that's how I think the NIL works.
That sounds nice.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah. So it takes time. Sometimes you have to sit down and you have to realize what you have. And I turned down a lot of engagements, a lot of things that I want to do to concentrate on what I'm doing right now. I love to do what I'm doing. I got tired of asking friends and neighbors to say, hey, look, you know what? I realized that I got a team that live with me. All I got to do is just show them what it's about. Like, this is a big plate of food right here. Now, we all can't eat at the same time because we all don't have a fork and spoon. But we have to use our hands for a minute in order to separate our food. Once we get it down packed, we'll learn how to use our fork and spoon. Once you learn how to use your fork and spoon and you learn how to use your knife, now you can cut up portions to share. That's the purpose.
Definitely true.
You know what I'm saying? A spoonful to give you a mouthful. A fork can help you divide it. A knife can cut up the right division for everybody to eat. So now you got a full meal at the table where everybody's eating at the table. That's to me, that's the purpose of an NIL. Because you got to you got to think about it. Think about these people who got NILs, and all of a sudden because your next door neighbor, there's a guy. I remember me and your moms was walking to the school. There's a guy down here. Can't think of his name. He does a TikTok page. He's famous on TikTok. And she was like, yo, that guy, he's famous on TikTok. I'm like, who is he? Looked him up. The guy got almost 5 million followers.
Damn.
But he lives in our neighborhood. Wow. I can't think of his name. Your mother knows the mother well and everything. It's okay. He can scream. There's no cameras. I'm talking about you. So it's like to know a person with an NIL might be sitting right next to you. Might be the craziest thing in the world.
Daddy,
Yes.
can you get toys and dinosaurs?
Somebody's calling you.
Can you get toys and dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Okay, later. Can I finish doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you don't have to stay in there. Go ahead. Go to the back. Okay, just leave him. Go ahead. See you later. Close the gate, Fred. All right. Thank you. See? That's our NIL right there. Seriously, I mean, I used to, like before, I used to get all frantic and upset and be like, you see me on the mic. No. People really enjoy that. Like, oh, man. They want it, especially when you don't use the camera, people want to know where you sitting at, where you at, right? Every day you don't have to go to the studio to record. We're in the comfort of our home. Most of us want to drink, sip, smoke, do what we want to do. It's a beautiful life if you learn how to do it. Mm-hmm. If you learn to do what you want to do, it's a beautiful life. And I think if we really concentrate on the NILs, I think the world would be in a better place.
I agree.
I definitely agree.
Yeah. NILs are important. I keep going back to, I think about this all the time. You have a child who got 5 million followers. I can guarantee you he's seen at least 100,000. You know? And it may seem like a lot of money, but it's not. But it's steady money that they're able to eat. And he's the person providing. What do you say? You leaving? Good night, Tyrone. Get home safe. All right, be careful. So what I think a lot of us take for granted, using our phones and take pictures, and we all take images and things like that. We have to realize that it could be one of our biggest meals ever. Out, Bugsy. Bugs. Out. Go. Bugs. Go.
Come here, Buzzy. I come for you.
Okay. Boy, this is going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah, man.
Boy, chasing. Get your butt out there. Go. He want to go in that garbage so bad. Take him. Go. Yeah, sorry about that. But to be honest with you, that's how NIL start. Mm-hmm. They start just like that. An innocent child running through you, handsome, chasing the dog under the table. You put that out there, you put the picture, people eat that up. I think it's us. I think, close that gate. I think we all need to really pay attention now to what Gorilla 2K is saying to us.
I agree.
Yeah. I think he's leading us into a $1 million industry, and we're not paying attention to him. I think we get caught up because he's so passionate. He talks and be like, he's so okay. Take it easy, but you know what? He's right. And after doing this show, and I'm pretty sure when he hear this at work, he can be like, yo, I told my dad. He's seen my dad is following. Yeah, I'm following him. I have to. He's definitely enlightened me about a lot of the NIL. Yeah, that's $1 million industry, man, and I want in on that. I want in on that more than I want views for the YouTube, and that's just image. We're not even talking about videos or nothing like that. You're just talking about a person liking your image. You know?
Name, image, like.
That's it. It's name, image, and likeness. My name is such and such. This is my image. Do you like it? That's all that is. So when you're out and about and everybody, I'm going to start doing it myself too. You got to start taking pictures of yourself in certain places, certain categories. People could see you. We got to start maybe putting our picture up of who we want to sponsor us, so we can get them to recognize, like, oh, every time they do a video, every time they talk, you put the logo in the corner at the bottom of the thing. We don't necessarily have to show our face, but show the logo, show the sponsors. It's time.
I agree.
It's this time.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't really know what it is. They don't really pay attention to name, image, and likeness. They really don't pay attention to that. Only a few people who really know what it is know what it's about. So, in the future, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, definitely look. You want to try that now?
Yeah, so, I'm telling you.
See
Until
where it
then,
goes.
let's just keep on pushing the way we pushing. I like it. I think we got a shot. And right now, most people believe that you have to do things a certain way. No, I think we're on the right track. I think Gorilla 2K put us on the right track.
I agree.
He helped us come up with shorts and all kind of things. So we just gotta listen to him. He's been right. He hasn't steered us wrong. So shout out to Gorilla 2K. And that's all I'm good for tonight. Anybody want to give any shout outs?
Nah, not tonight. I don't know nobody.
Ain't nobody shout out to tonight? Well, I'm going to give a shout out tonight. Tonight I want to give a shout out to my boy Shy. His birthday just came about. He wasn't able to sit with us at the table tonight, so I want to give him a big shout out and tell him always appreciate you guys along with Shy Boogie. So happy birthday to Shy Boogie. I want to thank everybody who has the NILs out there. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, people. And we'll see you every Sunday. Every Sunday we're going to be doing this because I think I just changed the flow of everything.
Good night.
Everybody have a good night, man. And we'll see y'all next Sunday. Ooh, yeah. That was a good one right there.